Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Gargi Rawat, and our top story, Belgium has confirmed to NDTV about fugitive Indian businessman Mehul Choksi there in Belgium. Remember, NDTV had reported that Mehul Choksi had emerged in Antwerp, and now the Belgium MFA told NDTV aware of the case and attached great importance to it, that the Federal Justice Ministry was closely following the case. Earlier we spoke to Nikunj Garg.
Development coming at this point in time on the fugitive dimension Mehul Choksi, and remember there was this whole entire controversy about first Mehul Choksi fleeing India, then a kidnap attempt on him in Caribbean, and where he came out injured and told the Caribbean courts that there was a forcible attempt to forcibly pick him up, actually sort of try and forcibly deport him from the island nation and bring him to the Indian shores, and then finally he went missing. Now, of late, there has been a report that Mehul Choksi, whom India wants for multi-billion-dollar criminal activities, criminal siphoning off or laundering of money in India, has resurfaced in Belgium. We actually did a story on this. NDTV actually was the first channel on Indian shores, first network on Indian shores to put out that information, that on the strength of an ex-visa of his wife, Mehul Choksi seems to have appeared in Belgium and now applying for a citizenship or whatever resident status he can manage to get in that country. Now, on the back of that information, NDTV had contacted Belgium Foreign Ministry, and they have today, in a late evening development, confirmed to NDTV that they are seized of this matter, that India's extradition attempt is in their knowledge. In fact, Indian authorities had written to the Belgian authorities and told them that this guy is a fugitive, a wanted of the law, and hence must be extradited back to the Indian shore. So they have now confirmed to us that not only is Mehul Choksi in Belgium, but also they are seized of the Indian request and are following the due process of the law. Of course, adding the usual caveat, saying that they don't generally comment on the individual matters. So what we can confirm for our viewers currently is, number one, that Mehul Choksi is in Belgium right now on the strength of a visa, ex-visa, that his wife has trying to obtain their citizenship. And number three is that India's extradition attempt is well within the remit and within the working processes of the concerned ministry, what they call as the Federal Police Public or the Federal Police Civil Jurisdiction in Belgium.
In other news now, Edappadi Palaniswamy, the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu and AIADMK chief, met with the Home Minister Amit Shah in Delhi today. Sources said that the meeting between the two leaders could lead to a return of Palaniswamy to the NDA, an alliance that the AIADMK General Secretary has been resisting. We spoke to Vasudha for the details.
Coming at a time when the DMK and the BJP are fighting it out over issues of national education policy, the three-language policy, the DMK's resistance to it, and also other issues, including delimitation, which has become a flashpoint between some of the southern states and also center. But now this meeting is important because Edappadi Palaniswamy is also the AIADMK Supremo and also the former Chief Minister, and he was also somebody who was instrumental in forging the alliance in 2021, but the same alliance could not take place in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, and that was also because Edappadi Palaniswamy did not want K. Annamalai to lead the negotiations. The alliance fell apart, but now there's a lot of talk about AIADMK and BJP coming together, and also AIADMK reaching out to actor Vijay, who also is building his party there. All of this is happening at a time when the DMK is also facing anti-incumbency, or at least there are reports that there are these issues with regard to the TASMAC alleged scam, or for that matter, law and order issues. So AIADMK clearly wants to make the most of it, and which is why they have reached out to the BJP. But AIADMK sources have also said that this was also to apprise the Home Minister of the situation in the south of India, especially in Tamil Nadu. And along with EPS, there is also Thambidurai, C.V. Shanmugam, and also Chandrasekhar, S.C. Velumani. They're all strong leaders of the AIADMK. So this is in one ways AIADMK's olive branch to the BJP, and we have to wait and see how this pans out in the coming days.
The Supreme Court has taken suo motu cognizance of the controversial decision of the Allahabad High Court on March 17th in a case related to the attempted rape of a minor girl, where the High Court in fact ruled that grabbing the breast, snapping the string of the pajama and dragging an 11-year-old girl into a culvert would not amount to rape or attempt to rape. The only reason the girl was saved was because other people intervened. Now, here, the Supreme Court will be hearing this matter on Wednesday. After the High Court judgment, Union Minister for Women and Child Development had also expressed outrage at the verdict and had said at the time that the Supreme Court should take note. In fact, on Monday, the Supreme Court bench of the Supreme Court had dismissed a PIL filed against this Allahabad High Court order.
In a big development, the Supreme Court has taken a suo motu cognizance against Allahabad High Court order of March 17 that had sparked massive controversy across the country and had drawn sharp reactions from senior members of the bar, including senior advocate Kapil Sibal and Indra Jaising. They had in fact sought in a suo motu intervention by the Supreme Court against the Allahabad High Court order that had in fact held that while revising a summoning order to two accused, Allahabad High Court had in fact held that grabbing a minor girl's breast, breaking the strings of a pajama and trying to drag her below a culvert does not in fact amount to attempt to rape. The High Court had watered down the charges to aggravated sexual assault under the POCSO and an attempt to disrobe the victim. However, after sharp criticism, today the Supreme Court has taken a suo motu intervention, and tomorrow it will in fact hear the case. A bench of justice headed by Justice B.R. Gavai is likely to take up the case tomorrow, and it will be important to see that what the Supreme Court will do in this suo motu intervention.
The Congress has said that the Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance, or India, the opposition bloc, will be contesting the Bihar elections jointly to defeat the BJP. A meeting of the Bihar Congress leaders was held at the AICC headquarters today, which was presided over by Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and attended by Leader of Opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, among other senior leaders of the party and from Bihar. Later, Mallikarjun Kharge said in a post in Hindi on X that the winds of change have started blowing in Bihar. The people of Bihar are worried about development, social justice and their futures. There's tremendous anger among youngsters due to rigging in recruitment exams, paper leaks and unemployment. So the beleaguered India bloc will now fight the Bihar elections together. Now, the latest injustice for Chaitanya case, the 20-year-old nursing student who attempted suicide and eventually died after falling into a coma. Her family, who cremated her today, alleged that she was driven to the suicide attempt by her hostel warden. The police say they are investigating the abetment charges.
അവൾക്ക് നല്ല മാറ്റം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ ഡോക്ടർ തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞു മോൾക്ക് മാറ്റം വരുന്നുണ്ട്, അതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് ഒരുപക്ഷെ ചിലപ്പം പിടിച്ചു കയറാൻ പറ്റുമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോഴാണ് പെട്ടെന്ന് പനി വന്നത്, ന്യൂമോണിയ പനി വന്നിട്ട് അവിടെ പിന്നെ ഒരു 3-4 ദിവസത്തേക്ക് പനി തന്നെയായിരുന്നു.
Three days on, Chaitanya's mother mourning her child. Team NDTV is in Kasaragod to get justice for Chaitanya. Chaitanya, a third-year nursing student from Kottayam, she studied at the Manzoor Hospital and School of Nursing. Her father, a farmer, spent all he had to put her through nursing school. Her 2 siblings couldn't even complete their education. She died on Saturday after 3 months in coma.
वो पासी लगाए, पासी में होगा ना इसका लगाया, उसको थोड़ा उसका दोस्त लड़की लोग देखा, उसका झगड़ा वो रोता है, बाद में वो कॉल कर देखा, वैसे ऐसा हो गया. अब उसका ऊपर एक्शन लगाने बोला, हॉस्पिटल वाले के ऊपर एक्शन लगाना है.
December 7th, what should have been an ordinary day turned into a nightmare for Chaitanya Kumari. She returned late to the hostel after a medical checkup, reportedly feeling unwell. That's when an argument broke out. Her family alleges that the warden, Ranjani, denied her food and water. Hours later, Chaitanya attempted to die by suicide in her hostel room. She was rushed to a hospital in Mangaluru and later shifted to multiple hospitals before finally passing away in Kozhikode.
वाटर बहुत झगड़ा किया इसका साथ इसके लेके गया उसका हॉस्पिटल क्यों लेके गया हमको नहीं बोला ऐसा झगड़ा किया उसका साथ अगर इसका मारने के लिए गया लड़की के साथ बच्चे के साथ वो बहुत बात नहीं करता वो ऐसा वाले है कुछ बोला रोता है ऐसा वाले बहुत ताकत वाले नहीं है बहुत मुश्किल है वो वाला
सेंसिटिव है
हाँ सेंसिटिव है
The police have now filed a case against the warden for intimidation, but say the case currently stands as unnatural death, not abetment to suicide. The probe is still on. Meanwhile, students allege that hostel rules were extremely strict. They were denied vacations and barred from using mobile phones. The institution, which covered her hospital bills of 20 lakh, is reportedly trying to settle the matter.
ഡിസംബർ 7-ാം തീയതിയാണ് ഈ സംഭവം നടന്നത്. ആ സമയത്ത് തന്നെ പോലീസ് അവിടെ എത്തിയിരുന്നു. അവർ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ തന്നു. അവർ ആർട്ടിഫിഷ്യൽ റെസ്പിറേഷനൊക്കെ കൊടുത്തതാണ്. പക്ഷെ അവിടുന്ന് രക്ഷപ്പെടുമെന്നുള്ള ഒരു കണ്ടീഷനിൽ മാംഗ്ലൂരിലേക്ക് അവർ മാറ്റി. ഞങ്ങൾ 2-3 ദിവസം കഴിഞ്ഞ് അമ്മയുടെ പരാതി പ്രകാരം ഓമന എന്ന അമ്മയുടെ പരാതി പ്രകാരം ഒരു FIR രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്തു. അത് ആത്മഹത്യാ പ്രേരണയ്ക്ക് അത് രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ ആ കുട്ടി മരിച്ചാൽ മാത്രമേ ആത്മഹത്യാ പ്രേരണയ്ക്ക് FIR രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി സാധിക്കൂ. ഈ 2 FIRലും ഞങ്ങൾ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റിഗേഷൻ നടത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ ഓൺലി ഹിയർസേ എവിഡൻസ് മാത്രമേ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് കിട്ടിയിട്ടുള്ളൂ. 2-3 അവരുടെ റൂംമേറ്റ്സ് അവരുടെ ഹോസ്റ്റൽ വാർഡിനെതിരെ മൊഴി തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഇവൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും സംസാരിക്കുമോ എന്നുള്ള പ്രതീക്ഷയിലാണ് ഞങ്ങളതിൽ കുറച്ച് നീട്ടിക്കൊണ്ടുപോയത്. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു എവിഡൻസ് കൂടുതൽ കിട്ടുമെന്നുള്ളത്. പക്ഷേ കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല.
For now, the hostel warden remains off duty but not under arrest. The police say they are still gathering evidence, but for the grieving family of Chaitanya, justice still remains uncertain. As the questions of institutional accountability grow louder, the question remains, will this case lead to real change, or will Chaitanya's story add to the ever-increasing statistics of student suicides in India? Only time will tell. With camera person Xavier, this is Shreya Ghosh for NDTV.
News now from Rajasthan, where the coaching regulation bill has now been sent to a select committee. The coaching regulation bill faced opposition from the Congress and from some of BJP's own members. Harsha reports.
The Rajasthan coaching regulation bill has been held up. It's been sent to a select committee for further consideration. The bill was to be passed by the Vidhan Sabha, but actually it faced a lot of opposition in the House, with not only the Congress but also the BJP opposing many aspects of the bill. One of the key omissions in the bill was the fact that it did not set an age limit for students who should be in coaching. Many mental health experts had suggested that children below 16 years should actually be in school and not in coaching classes. Mental health experts had also suggested that an aptitude test, and this was also a recommendation by the centre, that an aptitude test should be compulsory for all students before they actually decide to go in for coaching to become doctors or engineers. With these key omissions, the bill had been criticised as being a sellout to industry. It faced a lot of opposition despite other provisions that were made to make Kota a safe environment for coaching. For example, the bill also looked at counselling for students, it looked at recreational activities, it looked at giving students off days and also limiting the hours of coaching. But despite many good points, the key omissions in the bill, like not setting an age limit for the age of students coming into coaching or not making aptitude tests compulsory, led to a lot of opposition even from the BJP's own benches. And that's the reason why the bill has been sent to a select committee for further consideration and for more additions. Till then, the bill remains on hold in Rajasthan.
The 33rd meeting of the Working Mechanism for Consultation and Coordination on India-China Border Affairs was held in Beijing today. The meeting was part of efforts by the two sides to normalize bilateral relations since they reached an understanding last October to end the military standoff in Ladakh sector of the line of actual control. India said peace and tranquility on order is critical for smooth bilateral relations. Also, early resumption of cross-border cooperation and Kailash Mansarovar Yatra was discussed at this meeting. The White House says both Russia and Ukraine have agreed to ensure safe passage for commercial shipping and stop military strikes in the Black Sea. So a limited ceasefire has been agreed to. Zelensky released a statement on the US-Russia talks saying we agree on a ceasefire on the sea and free navigation, energy ceasefire for both countries, and control and monitoring by third parties are possible.